When it comes to jaw-dropping Hollywood scandals, Diddy's name has been making waves lately with some serious allegations. But what we're diving into today takes things to an entirely new level. Two women have recently come forward, breaking their silence about what really went on at his infamous freak-offs. And no, these aren't just stories about wild parties. Their revelations hint at disturbing secrets involving young individuals and A-list celebrities that could leave you completely stunned. Just when you thought you'd heard it all, this bombshell has the potential to shake Hollywood to its core. Stay with me, because this might be the biggest scandal yet. This year has been nothing short of disastrous for Diddy's once untouchable career. One moment, he was a celebrated music mogul. The next, he's facing serious allegations that could destroy his legacy. While rumors have always swirled around him, the latest revelations go beyond idle gossip. These claims come with evidence, and what's being uncovered now is both shocking and deeply unsettling. It all started when aspiring singer-songwriter Tanea Wallace spoke out on TMZ's special
Songwriter, and I was at I believe to be one of P. Diddy's freak-offs.
The Downfall of Diddy, Inside the Freak-Offs. In her interview, Tanea revealed that she attended one of these infamous parties in 2018 after being flown from Los Angeles to Miami by a Saudi prince. What she witnessed at the event was nothing short of disturbing. Tanea described scenes of groups engaging in intimate acts, but what really left her horrified was the presence of young individuals and little people mingling with adults in ways that raised serious questions. This wasn't just another outrageous Hollywood party. What she saw pointed to something far darker. The whispers about Diddy and his inner circle allegedly having inappropriate relationships with little people have been simmering for months. But Tanea Wallace's interview brought those unsettling rumors out of the shadows and into the spotlight like never before. During her sit-down with Harvey Levin, he pushed her to share vivid details about what she witnessed at that 2018 party. However, Tanea seemed hesitant, clearly nervous about revealing too much. Still, she managed to disclose one particularly disturbing detail. The little people present at the party were dressed like Harajuku Barbies and placed between walls of adults, creating a scene that was difficult to fully comprehend. Harvey, sensing that Tanea was holding back, didn't hold back himself. He pressed her with direct and pointed questions, asking her to describe exactly what she saw. While Tanea remained cryptic, she repeatedly emphasized the unsettling presence of little people, leaving no doubt about the focus of her claims. Her reluctance to reveal every detail sparked mixed reactions. Some viewers were frustrated by her vagueness, eager to hear the full story, while others understood her caution, given the gravity of the allegations and the potential repercussions of speaking out. This revelation only deepens the mystery surrounding Diddy's infamous gatherings, leaving many to wonder what other secrets might eventually come to light. Tanea Wallace's interview has sparked a massive debate on social media. While many are praising her bravery for speaking out about what she witnessed, others are less sympathetic, accusing her of complicity for not immediately reporting her claims to the authorities. Critics argue that if the situation was as disturbing as she described, she had a responsibility to act. However, her supporters counter with a critical point: the strict non-disclosure agreements, NDAs, reportedly required for anyone attending Diddy's infamous parties. These NDAs might have left Tanea and others feeling trapped, fearing legal or personal repercussions if they spoke out. It's a reminder of the pressure and control celebrities can exert to protect their private lives, sometimes at the expense of transparency. Diddy's legal team, unsurprisingly, didn't stay silent. They issued a fiery rebuttal, branding Tanea's claims as completely ridiculous and categorically false. In their statement, they accused the government of leveraging these allegations to damage Diddy's legal standing. Through TMZ, Diddy's team made it clear they view Tanea's claims as a publicity stunt, asserting, "Mr. Combs cannot respond to every new publicity stunt, especially to false and ridiculous claims. He has full confidence in the judicial process and believes the truth will prevail." But just as Diddy's team worked to dismiss Tanea's story, another bombshell dropped. Enter Adria English, a different woman with her own explosive allegations. If Tanea's revelation shook people, Adria's sent shockwaves. Known for her outspoken accusations against Diddy, Adria took things to another level when she finally shared her full story on Lono B's platform. Adria's account was nothing short of staggering. She claimed to have uncovered dark secrets during her time working for Diddy, including a chilling revelation. The feds allegedly informed her that she appeared in tapes recovered from Diddy's mansion, engaging in inappropriate acts with a famous politician. Her details were graphic and unsettling, leaving audiences in shock. Before diving into the specifics, Adria addressed her controversial past in the adult film industry, anticipating critics who might dismiss her claims as a publicity stunt. She was transparent about her involvement in producing the infamous Ray J and Kim Kardashian tape, but insisted that her past shouldn't discredit the serious allegations she was now bringing forward. If Tanea's story opened the door to Diddy's alleged dark side, Adria's revelations blew the entire roof off, leaving many wondering just how deep this scandal goes. Adria then delved into her connection with Cassie Ventura, who would later become one of Diddy's most high-profile exes and a major source of drama in his life. According to Adria, she and her boyfriend Anthony were close friends with Cassie before she rose to fame. At the time, both Cassie and Anthony were aspiring models and entertainers, both signed to the same modeling agency. Adria recalled how the three of them shared big dreams of making it big in the industry, hoping to meet influential figures like Diddy. But, as Adria reveals, those dreams quickly turned into a nightmare they all deeply regret. What they had envisioned as a stepping stone to success quickly morphed into a dark reality, one that would haunt them for years. Adria recounted how her and Anthony's fateful introduction to Diddy unfolded. It all began when Anthony landed an audition for Diddy's Sean John campaign, a huge opportunity at the time. Thrilled by the chance, and knowing Adria was a big fan of Diddy, Anthony invited her to come along for support. Adria described the buzz of excitement she felt waiting in the audition room. However, something unsettling caught her attention. A model they both knew walked in, looking visibly shaken. At first, Adria and Anthony brushed it off, assuming the model was simply upset about not landing the role. But as she reflected on that moment later, it would take on a far darker and more ominous meaning. The true shocker came when Anthony's turn finally arrived. He was called in to showcase his talents, but according to Adria, the talent Diddy seemed to have in mind was far from what anyone expected. Yes, you heard that right. Rumors about Diddy's long-alleged behavior seemed to gain a new layer of credibility with this revelation. For those who had speculated that his exploits extended far beyond the infamous freak-off parties, this felt like the smoking gun they had been waiting for. Adria confessed she wasn't entirely shocked by Diddy's unsettling demand involving Anthony. Given her background in the adult film industry and her experience as an exotic dancer, she was no stranger to the dynamics of power and influence. In her eyes, this was yet another example of how the powerful and wealthy often operated, a twisted form of scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Anthony ultimately secured the gig for Diddy's Sean John campaign, but not without a catch. According to Adria, the deal was finalized when Thomas, one of Diddy's handlers at the time, approached her with a proposition. If she agreed to dance at one of Diddy's iconic white parties, Anthony would land the modeling job. Adria said she didn't hesitate and agreed without much thought. At the time, she wasn't overly troubled by what had already transpired during the audition. For her, it seemed like a small price to pay in the grand scheme of breaking into the industry. Adria revealed that if anyone tried searching for Anthony's Sean John campaign today, they'd find nothing. According to her, Diddy made sure to erase all traces of it from the internet, following a series of even more shocking events that unfolded later. These events, as Adria hinted, are almost too wild to believe. So what could have happened between Andrea and Diddy that led to Anthony being scrubbed from existence online? That's the question everyone is asking. And Andrea didn't hold back in sharing the details. After excitedly accepting the chance to perform at one of Diddy's iconic white parties, Andrea had no idea what it would ultimately cost her. She claimed that Diddy, already aware of her brief stint in the adult film industry, had dug deep into her past, a past he would later use as leverage against her. For anyone who doubted Tanea Wallace's claims, Andrea's revelations were a wake-up call. While rumors about Diddy have been circulating on social media for a while, none have been this detailed or personal. Andrea's decision to share her first-hand experience added a whole new layer to the controversy. Andrea revealed that Diddy took advantage of her dreams of stardom, using her ambition as a tool to manipulate her into doing his bidding. She admitted that she fell for it, thinking it was her big break. Instead of helping her rise to fame, Diddy allegedly exploited her, turning her into just another pawn in his game of power and influence. According to Andrea, Diddy allegedly used her in negotiations with high-profile clients, coercing her into intimate situations that he recorded. She claimed these recordings were later used as leverage to maintain control over these individuals. Her account painted a chilling picture of manipulation, power plays, and exploitation, leaving everyone who heard it absolutely speechless. Things just keep spiraling further out of control for Diddy. With bombshell allegations from both Andrea and Tanea, it seems the deeper you dig, the darker the hole gets. There's been a lot of speculation around the ironclad NDAs that many of Diddy's workers and partygoers reportedly had to sign, leaving some to question Andrea's story. But she quickly shut down those doubts, clarifying that while she was aware of the NDAs, she never signed one herself during her time working with Diddy, which left her free to speak her truth. The most jaw-dropping moment in the interview came when she inadvertently confirmed that many of these disturbing encounters with high-profile individuals took place at Diddy's mansion. She also alleged that many of the alcohol bottles at his infamous parties were often spiked with hard substances. Yes, you heard that right. Andrea described Diddy's mansion as a so-called arena of sin, with herself and other women caught right in the middle of it all. Andrea didn't hold back, revealing how her life has been forever changed by the years she spent in Diddy's world. She opened up about the toll it took on her, admitting that exposure to hard substances during those infamous parties left her struggling to rebuild her life. She also speculated that many others who participated in these events are likely dealing with similar battles, facing the long-term effects of those substances. There's so much more to unpack from this explosive interview. Cringeworthy, dark, and shocking details that paint a disturbing picture of what allegedly went on behind closed doors. And this might just be the beginning. If you don't want to miss out on the rest of these jaw-dropping revelations, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. What do you think about the allegations from Tanea and Andrea? Does Andrea's detailed and personal account of her history with Diddy make her story more believable? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your take.